Welcome everyone to our CFE info session where we are going to be speaking about very important topic about all the new changes that are coming up in June 2026. ACFE recently they decided to make major changes to the CFE exam, and ACFE they are always committed to high standards related to having a golden standard certificate like the CFE certified fraud examiners. And based on this commitment, they have done job analysis to analyze exactly and identify the new knowledge and skills that for you as anti-fraud professionals you are required to have for you to conduct proper investigation in 2026. And based on this job analysis and study, they outline the new CFE exam that's going to be coming up in June 2026, reflecting all these changes and industry evolution related to fraud examination and anti-fraud practices over the recent year. The new version of the exam is going to be reflecting this job analysis and is going to be available starting June 2026. But the study material, they are going to be available before June, so you'll be able to start preparing for the CFE exam. Now, before we speak about the changes that are going to happen in June 2026, let's speak about now. What are the current exams that you have to take in case you are planning, and this is my advice, to take the exam before the upcoming changes. So what is the current format of the exam? If you are planning to take the CFE exam and become certified, you have actually to study around 2,000 pages. We call it the Fraud Examiner's Manual, which is 2,000 pages covering all the concepts related to the CFE exam. These 2,000 pages are summarized in the exam in 4 sections. So the current exam in 2025 is based on 4 exams. 1 section related to fraud prevention and deterrence, 1 section related to the financial transaction, 1 section related to the fraud investigation, and 1 section related to the legal elements of fraud. Every exam is actually 2 hours, and you need to complete the 2 hours exam, and you have 100 choice multiple questions. So they are multiple questions. Some of them they are true and false, but most of them they are multiple choice questions. You need to complete all the exams from the first exam you schedule until the last exam within 60 days. So this is the current format of the exam. You need to score 75% on each section of these exams for you to be able to pass the exam individually on each exam. So you have 2 hours, you have 100 questions, multiple choice. This is the current format of the exam that you have to take. And you have the ability to take this current format of the exam until the beginning of June, until May, until the end of May. So starting from June, all the candidates all over the world, they have to actually move to the new exam. So someone will ask me, so what is the difference between the current exam and between the new exam? Which one we should take? What should we do? Because I know now we are speaking, we are in September. So we have around 8 months, something like that for you before you move to the new exam. So what you need to know just for you to be able to understand, to assess, should I take it now or should I wait for June? The changes are going to be like this. The current sections that we have, like we say, we have 4 exams. Every exam is 100 questions. We have 2 hours for you to study for each one of these, 2 hours for you to take these exams. So you need to study for around maybe, let's say 12 to 15 hours to prepare for each section, and then you go take the exam. But the new section is going to be different. The exam is going to be 3 exams. They are not going to be 4 exams. And the timing of the exam for the first section is going to be around 2.5 hours, 2.5 hours, and you have 120 questions in the exam. The second exam is going to be related to fraud investigation and legal element. It's going to be 120 questions. It's going to be 2.5 hours for the exam, 2.5 hours. And the third part is going to be related to fraud prevention and deterrence, which is going to be 70 questions, and you have 1.5 hours to take the exam. So what the ACFE did, the ACFE had combined the law section and the investigation section in 1 exam, and they expanded the questions covered in the fraud schemes and the financial crimes. So now they changed to make it not only focusing on the fraud schemes, but focusing on the financial crimes, focusing on cyber fraud, focusing on money laundering, focusing on financial institution fraud, because there are major changes happen in these domains. And at the same time, they reduced the amount of material we cover in fraud prevention and deterrence, and the exam is reduced. So someone will ask me, so in that way, based on this new format of the exam, should we go and take the old exam or should we take the new exam? Well, it depends. It depends on your ability, because I know some individuals, for them to sit for 2-hour exam, yes, difficult but possible. But to sit for 2.5-hour exam, to have 120 questions, that's going to be more difficult for you. This is number one. The length of the exam is more, so you need to have more ability to focus. Also, the number of questions of the exam more, so the meaning you need to score 75%, so now you need to score more questions in the exam. So before you need to score 75, which is you need to get 75 out of 100. Now with the new format, you need to get actually 95 out of 120. So now it's going to be more questions. You need to get it correctly for you to be able to pass the exam. Some individuals, they see this more challenges, more time, more questions. And at the same time, when you have an exam like the fraud prevention and deterrence, which is the most difficult part in the CFE exam, where most candidates actually they fail in the exam, now you have less questions. So now you need to score more questions for you to be able to qualify and pass the exam, and you have less time. So my recommendation, the difficulty of the questions definitely are going to be similar, but the new exam definitely going to have new questions, and we are not aware of what kind of changes are going to happen related to the content. All the changes are going to be coming up in March in 2026. So if you ask me, should I go with the old exams or the new exams? Our recommendation that you go with the current exam and you clear the exam before the changes will happen. I don't recommend you to go with a new exam, definitely for any certificate in the world. It happened to all these certificates that we have related to internal audit, related to risk management, related to financial crimes, related to money laundering. When new changes will happen to the exam questions are going to be reflecting the new changes. They are going to be reflecting the new terms, the new concepts. So definitely the questions difficulty is going to be similar, but it's going to be harder for you to pass the exam. So currently, you can take the current format of the exam until the end of May. Now, someone will say, so in that way, how this is going to actually have an impact on me? Is it going to be more difficult, the level of the exam? Well, CFE, they communicated clearly that they have done regular review and assess the exam questions to ensure that the questions sufficiently covering all the knowledge required for you as a fraud examiner to cover all the topics related to the fraud examiner's manual. Also, CFE, they are releasing new fraud examiner's manual. So based on that, the difficulty of the questions are going to be similar. They are going to be consistent. They are going to be comparable with the current exam structure. But the length of the question and the number of the questions is going to increase. So this is what you need to assess. Are you a person who can handle more questions in the exam when you are taking the exam? By studying more information and taking the fraud investigation and the law section at the same time. Where some individuals, they say, oh, now I need to study all the legal elements, I need to study all the investigation and take them at the same time, and their information, they are a little bit different. So that will be a little bit more challenging for you to take. But always the question that everyone will ask, should we take the exam now or should we wait for the new version? So CFE, they reflected that, okay, you can take the exam now, you can wait for the new exams, but it's recommended to study the current exam. If you go to CFE website, they say, you have the ability to wait, you have the ability to take it, but it's recommended to study the current exam. Now, someone will say, yeah, shouldn't we study the new information? Don't worry. You can go and take the current exam and pass the current exam based on the current model, which is easy. And later, when the new changes will happen, we are going to do webinar for all the certified fraud examiners, and we are going to speak about all the new changes you need to be aware of. But at least you are not going to be taking the exam with the new changes. So if it's up to you, if you want to wait for the new material, for the new changes, the new information, even us as CFE certified trainers, we have to go over training to learn the new concepts and the new material that CFE will introduce. So it's up to you to decide what kind of action you need to take, if you are going to wait or you are going to take the new exam. Now, why should you study for the CFE exam? Why everyone who is actually attending this session should decide, I want to go for this certified fraud examiner credential? Well, number one is to enhance your knowledge related to anti-fraud domain. You are working as an internal auditor. You are working in compliance. You are working in money laundering. You are working in cyber fraud. You are working in a department handling investigation. Definitely having the knowledge related to the world-class practices, related to the best techniques and methodology that you need to follow when you are conducting fraud investigation is very important. This is number one, gaining the knowledge. Number two, you need to showcase your knowledge by having the CFE credential, by showing that you have earned the golden standard in fraud examination. So these are two important things, having the knowledge, and second, having the certificate to demonstrate that you have this knowledge. But also for some of you is earning more income. Based on the ACFE 2024 compensation guide, they say today certified fraud examiners, they earn 32 more than non-certified fraud examiners in the G7 countries. In the Middle East, we earn on average 15% more than non-certified fraud examiner. So CFE can add value to you by saying, now as a certified fraud examiner, I can actually get much better positions. I can apply for a job knowing that I have the certificate. At the same time, consulting firm like KPMG, PwC, they always contact us and say, we need to get our staff certified because the client is asking the investigation team who's going to help them in their investigation to be certified fraud examiner, and we are charging more our client for it. We are hiring individuals with CFE, and they are compensating them more, around 10 to 15% more than non-certified fraud examiners. So this is one of the things that you need to look at. Earning the CFE is an investment in yourself, where after earning the CFE, you will be able to advance in your career and having the knowledge and the credential as well. So this is on average exactly what's happening all over the world. You know, in Asia, you are going to get around 23% on average increase. And this is how much salary they are getting certified fraud examiners. In Middle East and Africa, they are around starting salary around $25,000. And for non-CFEs, they are earning much lower. So you can see here in Asia and Middle East, more than 30% increase, 30%. In UAE, around 15%, but all over Africa and Middle East, around 30% increased in your salary if you earn the certificate. So you can see, you know, the value of this certificate and why the huge demand we have. This year alone, we have so far more than 500 delegates registered for my CFE review course, which is the highest record ever we have achieved. And the question why, I asked them why all our classes are sold out? They say because there is demand. They are asking for the certificate. Everyone's saying, do you have CFE for a job position? Do you have CFE for consulting work? Do you have CFE if you want to be expert in court? Do you have CFE if you are going to handle fraud investigation department or a function? So who are actually the industry? They are requiring staff to have CFE. Definitely the government, because there's so much fraud happening in government and in the banking sector. But also there are other industries that are asking for certified fraud examiners. They are asking for certified fraud examiners in insurance companies. They are asking for them in retail businesses. They are asking for them in telecom. They are asking for them in airline. They are asking for them in different types of consumer services, in different types of hospitals, hotels. All of these industries, they are requiring someone to actually help them in uncovering fraud and conducting the investigation. Who is taking the CFE? So many, they think, oh, they are the certified fraud examiners is for the investigation department, for the fraud team. We discover, even for us, that the majority of the individuals who are taking the CFE exams are the internal auditors. Because most likely, as an internal auditor, you are going to handle issues related not only to internal audit engagement, not only to assurance and advisory, but you are going to handle issues related to fraud. Most likely the deficiency that you are going to discover during your internal audit is going to lead to investigation. You are going to see some red flag while you are conducting your engagement, and this will lead to being part of the investigation team. So they say they earn 31% more than non-certified peers. So if you have the CIA as certified as internal auditor and the CFE, you are going to advance in your career and you will be able to earn more as well in your job. Now, another question always someone will ask, what is the age of the individual who are taking the CFE? You will be surprised. 18 to 35%, they represent 18% of individuals who are taking the CFE. When I got the CFE, I was only 24 years old. So you don't need to be really old to take the CFE. But there are so many individuals who are old who take the CFE also, over 50. Always in my classes, I have individuals who are 55 and they are taking CFE, and I ask them, what happened? Why you are taking the CFE? They say, now I am the head of the fraud investigation and doesn't look nice. Like all my staff, they have the CFE except me. Even I have more than 30 years experience. For me, I need to actually have the CFE to be able to show the board of directors, to be able to show the audit committee, to be able to show the external auditors that I have the credential. But majority of the individuals who are taking CFE, they are in their career advancement between 36 and between 50. So if you are young, if you are 21 and you are thinking about taking the CFE, you can. You don't have actually to wait until you are 50 and take the CFE. The younger you are, the easier for you to study and prepare. As long as you have the proper requirements. You need to have university degree, or you need to be in the last year in your university. Or even if you don't have university degree, if you have enough years of experience, you can actually qualify for you to take it. So who are the individuals who are taking the CFE from education standpoint? We can see the high school individuals are taking the CFE. I have individuals in UAE, they only have high school degree and they were able to take the CFE. Why? Because they have 8 years experience. So if you have enough years of experience, even if you don't have university degree, you can get the CFE. Some individuals, they have some college. Like we said, if you are in your 3rd year, if you are on your 4th year in university, you can actually apply to take the CFE. And later, after you get the 2 years experience, you can get the certificate. Also, individuals who they have 4 years experience, they can take the CFE. And you can see so many of them who actually finish their bachelor degree, they are applying for CFE. In Middle East especially, we can see the majority of individuals who are taking the CFE, they are just fresh graduate. They just finish university and they have 1 or 2 years experience, because they understood for them to advance in their career, especially if they are Emiratis, Saudis, Omanis, and they are young, they notice that it's the opportunity for them to earn it at early stage, because their friends who are working for 20 years in the industry, they are old and they don't have the certificate. So for them, they can advance much faster. And we can see some of them, they are already have a master's degree and they have a graduate degree and they are earning taking the CFE to advance their career. We can see outside US, where are the majority of certified fraud examiners, this is really interesting. The majority of certified fraud examiners outside US, they are here. They are in Middle East and Africa. We have helped more, listen to this number, more than 4,500 anti-fraud professionals earned the CFE certificate over the last 12 years here in Middle East and Africa and Asia. We are operating in Malaysia. So this is, you can see the massive demand, the number of delegates that they earned the certificate. Currently, the number of certified fraud examiners globally around 60,000. Out of these 60,000, 4,500, they took the CFE with us and we helped them in clearing the certificate. So this is your opportunity. The huge demand is happening in Middle East and Africa compared to other countries. But you can see also in Europe and in Asia, CFE is really well regarded. There are so many individuals who are taking the CFE. What about the common industry? Like we said, banking is important, government is important, but also we can see insurance, we can see healthcare, we can see manufacturing, education, technology, energy. We can see so many of oil and gas companies, they are sending their staff. ADNOC, Aramco, so many oil and gas companies, ENOC, they are sending their staff to become certified fraud examiners. What about, what type of individuals who are taking the CFE? Like we said, we thought that fraud examiners, they will be doing it. We thought investigators, but we discovered internal auditors are number 1. And after that, we can see compliance officers, they are taking it. Individuals, they are working in accounting, finance, sometimes consultant, sometimes individuals who are handling issues in banking sector. We notice so many of individuals who are working in the banking sector. They are working as a credit officer, bank manager, and some individuals who are working in cyber fraud, in IT, some individuals who are working even in HR department, handling areas related to fraud. We can see legal department, legal professionals who are taking it to be expert in court or to help the organization handling legal issues related to fraud. So these individuals, they are also requesting this certificate. So what we are talking about when we are speaking about the topics covered in the CFE exam, we are speaking about what we call the fraud tree. So the fraud tree is all about understanding that when we speak about fraud, we have three terms we speak about. We speak about corruption, and in the class, we are going to be speaking about the different types of corruption, understanding every schemes, understanding the red flags of every scheme, and how can we prevent it and how can we deduct it. And we are going to be speaking about asset misappropriation. How can someone misappropriate the assets of the organization through misappropriating the cash or the inventory? What are the different ways for someone to misappropriate the cash? By doing skimming, taking the money before entering the organization, or cash larceny, taking the money after entering the organization, or cash disbursement, taking the money going outside the organization through billing, through payroll, through checks, through registered disbursement. And finally, we speak about financial statement fraud. How can someone manipulate the financial statement inside the organization by overstating the income, overstating the assets, or understating the expenses and liability? So these are all the topics that we are going to cover in the CFE exam by understanding the legal element of it, by understanding how can you investigate it, by looking at the red flags, figuring out how can you go and cover the fraud, understanding what kind of controls we need to implement to make sure we prevent and we deduct and we predict these types of fraud. So these are the areas that we cover in the exam. This is why someone will come and say, yeah, I don't have accounting background. I don't understand finance. We are not speaking about accounting and finance. We are speaking about the fraud in accounting. We are speaking about the fraud in operation. So in that way, don't be afraid if you don't have accounting and finance background. You are not required to have it. You need to understand the different types of schemes related to fraud that can happen inside the organization. At the same time, we are going to be speaking about how can you conduct the investigation and how can you look at the legal elements related to fraud. So we are not only speaking about fraud. Some certifications, they focus only on fraud. This is a certificate focusing on fraud investigation, fraud examination. So we are going to be speaking about how can you assemble your investigation team. We are going to be speaking about how can you go collect the evidence, how you can go analyze the evidence, and then how can you conduct the proper interview? How can you do an interview with the victim? How can you do an interview with the witness? How can you do an interview with the suspect? So understanding the proper technique of obtaining the information, confirming the information, and getting the admission. So these are all the topics that we focus and cover in the CFE exam. And finally, we are going to be speaking about what type of controls we need to have inside the organization to ensure that in the future, fraud will not happen again. So we are going to be speaking about fraud prevention and deterrence. Now, if you are thinking about taking the CFE exam, there are different approaches that you can take to take the CFE exam. One of the approaches is you do self-study, which is going to cost you exactly the same that if you are going to take our CFE course. If you are going to take our virtual course, it's going to be approximately the same cost. You will go do membership. So you have to pay for membership, which is around $245. You are going to go and pay for the CFE exam, which is around $475. Then you are going to go buy the fraud manual, which is $149. Then you are going to go and buy the study material, which is $200. Then you buy the practice question, which is, if you are going to get the platinum package, around $1,124. Then you spend $2,000 plus approximately. And now you need to spend 6 months trying to figure out the study on your own without any guidance. How many of us we do this? We go to the gym, we subscribe in the gym, we pay for the membership, then we don't get a coach. Then we are trying to figure out how to use the machine, and then we are not motivated. After that, we don't go to the gym, we don't follow up, the money is lost. The same thing will happen. Most of the delegates who came and registered in our courses, this is what they told me. Iyad, I already paid. I wasted 1 year. I studied, but I was not motivated, or I was motivated. I tried to take the exam, then I failed, then I decided to give up. Now I lost my money. Now I need to enroll with you again. Why are you wasting your time? It's approximately the same cost. So our recommendation is always, in life, for you to achieve greatness, get a coach, and get a coach that you like, that you can trust. I teach the classes myself, and I have a team of trainers that are teaching the classes. All of us are certified fraud examiner and are authorized by ACFE. I've been with ACFE for the last 12 years. So we can guide you step by step to clear the exam with no issue. You can clear the exam in 4 days, or you can clear the exams in 4 weeks. It depends on how much time you need to invest. What is your availability? So taking the CFE exam with authorized instructor from the Association of Certified Fraud Examiner, definitely is going to add value for you. It's going to shorten the time. Rather than 6 months, you can do it in 4 days. At the same time, you will be able to interact with other students. You will go through the experience where you see the feedback. When you attend my classes, you see, first week, we asked the student, did you pass the exam? Everyone said, yes, 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 I passed the exam. How much you scored? Oh, I scored 97, I scored 91, I scored 99. So when everyone in the class say, wow, these guys, they just joined 3 days ago the class, and now they passed the exam and they scored 99. This is not magic. We are going to guide you step by step to be able to prepare to clear the exam in an easy and simple way. We already have thousands of delegates who cleared the exam, and you are going to be the same. So if you are deciding to take the CFE exam rather than doing self-study, we have different options for you. You can attend our classes in person. We have classes in so many countries. We have classes in UAE. We have classes in Oman. We have classes in Kuwait. We have classes in Malaysia. We have classes in Qatar. Or if you want to join the class from anywhere in the world, you can join it virtually, where you are going to see me like this. We are going to interact together. We'll be able to chat. We'll be able to answer your questions. So you have the two options. You can join from anywhere you want in the world. And our course virtually is the cheaper between so many other countries. So if you are trying to join the class from Europe, or you are trying to join the class from US, our virtual class is cheaper than if you join it with other courses that are available. We made it very affordable based on the ACFE guidelines. So in that way, you are going to get the cost close, very close, similar to the cost of doing self-study, but at the same time, you are going to get all the support from me to help you step by step and guide you over passing the CFE exam. So what are the type of courses we offer? We offer 2 types of courses. We offer a course, we call it 4-day course. So in this 4-day course, we cover all the CFE within 4 days. The structure like this, the strategy like this. By the way, you can take this course virtually. You can take it as a virtual class, or you can take it face-to-face. So you have the 2 options. If you are going to attend this course, you will attend the course every day from 8 to 5. Then in the evening, you take the exam. So wait, yeah, is this possible? Is it possible for me to take the class and in the same day pass the exam? Yes, we have more than 1,000 delegates pass the exam with us in this strategy. And this is one very good strategy. You attend the class in the morning, you take the exam in the morning, in the evening. Why? The information is still fresh in your head. You still remember everything I said. So you can do this virtually, where you attend the class like this virtually with us during the day. Then in the evening, you can take the exam online in your house or in testing center if you want. It depends on your country. Or you can come to us in Dubai, in Qatar, in Kuwait. You attend the class with us during the day. Then in the evening, you can take the exam online or in a testing center. So you have that option. This is a very nice format for individuals who don't have so much time and they want to clear the exam quickly. They want to pass the exam without hustle. They don't have time to study for weeks, for months. But the other option that you have, rather than doing it in 4 days, is to study over 4 weeks. 4 days is very good. They say a goal on Monday, achieved by Friday. You started the course on Monday, by Friday you are certified, done, which is really nice. Imagine you go, you attend the class, every day you take the exam, you come back next week, you are certified for the exam. But the other format that we have, we do it over 4 weeks. And this is also a very nice format. So the classes are happening over 4 weeks, where we do the classes 2.5 hours in the evening. So you can study these classes in the evening, and then you can go take the exam over the weekend. So the structure of the 4 classes, and these are available only virtually, where you attend the class 2 days a week with me. You have September 21st, which is the upcoming September, and September 23rd, then you go take the exam over the weekend. So you don't have to stress. You study every day, 2 hours in the evening. You attend my classes for 2.5 hours, 2 days a week. Then you take the exam over the weekend. Then you are finished. You are relaxed. Relaxed. Then next week we'll start. You study 2 days with me. Then you take the exam over the weekend. Then khalas, you are relaxed. So this is a very nice format for individuals who can take 4 days out of their life, who are busy individuals, who they have family, they have commitment. They can, but someone will say, but I can't do it over 4 weeks. No issue. You can attend the classes over 4 weeks, and later you can study the material again and you can take the exam. So you have 1 year to take the exam. You have the chances from the minute you enroll with us, you have 1 year for you to be able to take the exam. But this is a very nice option. And we are one of the few ACFE authorized trainer in the world that are offering this format. Even ACFE Global, they don't have that format where they do it over 4 weeks. So we have delegates from US, they are joining us because they like this format. They can study over 4 weeks. They don't have to stress to every day study for full day and take the exam. And from my experience, listen to this, which is interesting, more than 3,000 delegates decided to go with this format and they passed the exam. So I recommend highly to go with this format in case you are going to take the course virtually, because you don't have to stress yourself. You study 1 week, you take the exam, you pass it, done. In 4 weeks, easily, relax, without any stress, you can clear the exam with no issue. So what you are going to get in the class? Let's speak now about the package. What are you going to get? You are going to get everything. When I say everything, everything we give. We are going to give you a CFE membership. We will pay for that for you. You are going to get the CFE exam. That's done. That's covered. We are going to pay for you to get the CFE Platinum package, where you are going to get everything. You are going to get the study material. You are going to get the practice question. You are going to get the fraud examiner manual. You are going to get the flashcard. You are going to get the online classes. You are going to get everything with our class. Plus, you are going to get the virtual classes that you are going to attend with me. You are going to get the support, where we help you step by step and guide you and answering all your questions to clear the exam. And you are going to get a certificate of attendance for 30 CPEs. So you are going to get the full package. So this is the full package you will get. You are going to get the ACFE 1-year membership. You are going to get the CFE exam fees. You are going to get the online fraud examiner manual. You will get the CFE prep course, which is the 1,400 practice question you are going to practice to prepare for the exam. You are going to get the CFE workbook, this is the secret. This is the 75 pages summarizing the whole exam. Rather than you have to study 500 pages, we give you 75 pages highlighted with the question in the exam that you need to focus on to clear the exam, so you don't waste your time. And you are going to get the CFE flashcard if you want to download it on your Android or iPhone. And you are going to get the CFE exam review, which is attending the virtual classes with us or attending the classes face-to-face. And by the way, I have very important tip for you. If you join our face-to-face classes, you will have also access to the virtual classes. So this is the advantage for someone joining our face-to-face classes. Also, they can attend our virtual classes. And in case you attend our virtual classes and maybe you are busy, you couldn't attend some of the classes, you can retake our CFE virtual classes one time free of charge. So that way you can retake the virtual classes. You attend in March, you were busy, you couldn't clear it, you can attend again in September. But remember, you need to finish the CFE before June, before the changes, because once the changes will happen, the prices are going to go up. The changes are going to be there. The exam is going to be longer. The questions are more. So we don't recommend you to wait until all the new changes will happen. And you are going to get the 30 CPEs course certificate. Now, if you are interested in joining our upcoming classes that we are going to have in 2025, our 2026 schedule is going to be up soon on our website. So you can join the 2026. You can see the classes that are going to happen before June. But in case you are committed, you want before, you need your objective 2025, I'm going to clear the certificate. I'm not going to wait. You can join our virtual classes, which is happening over 4 weeks. We have the next one, September 21st to October 15. Or you can join the 4 days. We have September 29 to October 2nd. So we have both options virtually. You can join our classes 4 days or 4 weeks. We have it. And the price of the course is $3,994, but we are giving special discount where you can take the full package that we just discussed, including the course, including everything, for only $2,197 plus VAT. So this is a very competitive price, very similar to the cost actually if you are going to pay for the whole package. If you add all of this together, it's going to be approximately similar. But if you want to attend our classes face-to-face, in person, we have different classes that are happening. We have a class happening in Kuwait. We have a class happening in Dubai, in Malaysia, in Muscat, Oman, in Dubai. We have another one. We have one also in Qatar. I didn't mention it here. We have so many classes happening in so many countries. And the cool option that you have, if you are not sure, you can join our virtual class first. You don't have to waste your money. You try it. You see how things will go. If everything going perfect, perfect. If not, what you do, you upgrade and pay for in-person class. I have a delegate who's head of internal audit. He said, yeah, I like to attend in person. I don't like virtual. I said, okay. So he decided to join the in-person, but we give him access to the virtual class. So he went, he attended the virtual class. He said, oh yeah, the virtual class is fantastic. I'm learning so much. I really like your way of delivery, like I'm delivering now to you. It's precise, it's direct, you are gonna enjoy it, it's gonna be fun. So he said, I took the first exam, I passed the exam. I took the second one, I passed the exam. Before the in-person class started, he already attended my virtual class and he passed the exam. Then he said, I want to enroll in the virtual. We said, sorry, we can't. If you enroll in the in-person, you are in the in-person. We can't change you now because we already paid for the hotel. We already paid for everything for your package. So my recommendation, if you are not sure, or if you don't want to waste your money, try. You're not going to lose anything. Try enroll in the virtual class. See how things will go. If you are happy, everything is clear, you can clear the exam. But if not, you can pay the difference and enroll in the in-person class. At the end of the day, our objective is to help you clear the exam without any issue. So in that way, you can clear the exam easily and pass the exam. Now, if you want to enroll in our classes, you can go to openthinking.ae. You can go to our website, openthinking.ae, and you can enroll in any of our classes. All the information are available on our website, openthinking.ae. You can see all the classes and you can enroll in them. Now, we have been working as Open Thinking Academy with ACFE over the last 12 years. We are celebrating now our 12 years anniversary, and we have delivered the CFE course to more than 4,500 delegates that we help them prepare and pass the CFE exam. Out of these delegates, these are some of their faces. We take a group photo for our virtual classes. We have 3,500 delegates who cleared the CFE exam with us virtually by attending our virtual classes. So you can imagine the number. Every month, we have on average more than 100 delegates joining our virtual classes. So we have massive number of delegates attending and joining our classes and clearing the exam with us. But also in-person classes, we have more than 1,000 delegates, and these are photos for some of them that are actually attending our in-person class. Usually our in-person class, we have 20 to 30 delegates in every class. Most of our classes are sold out. Where we go, we deliver the classes in so many countries over the world. And next year, we are going to have even more location. But don't wait until next year, until that changes. So this is, in summary, everything that you need to be aware about, the new changes, what's coming up, what you need to be considering if you are going to decide. A very important decision. Should I clear my exam now, or should I wait for the new changes and no one knows what's going to happen? Thank you so much for attending the session. I hope this session added value to you and help you decide the proper way for you to prepare and pass the CFE exam. And I'm available on LinkedIn. Definitely at any time you can contact me on LinkedIn and ask me any questions that you have, or you can reach out to me on my email, iyad, IYAD @openthinking.ae, or you can reach me by phone. All our contact information are available on our website. We are here to help you in your journey in becoming certified fraud examiner and in earning the golden standard in fraud investigation.